pushing brawlers to max tier or higher is much easier than you think. A lot of things are done wrong by people, so I am going to tell you exactly what you are doing wrong while pushing. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's go. Alright, so let me tell you about the biggest mistakes people make when playing solo showdown in Brawl Stars. First off, the most common one, playing way too aggressive. Like, you just start the match and instead of taking it slow, you see someone and immediately go after them. Big mistake. Why? Because you're not even looking around to see if someone else is watching or waiting to jump in. Solo showdown isn't about rushing every fight. It's about being smart, waiting for the right moment, and not running into situations where you're totally outnumbered or outgunned. If you play it cool and pick your battles carefully, you'll last a lot longer, trust me. Then there's the thing with bushes. You know those bushes all over the map? They're not just decoration. They're there for a reason. You can hide, surprise people, or avoid getting spotted. But what do most players do? They just walk around in the open like, here I am, come get me. If you're out in the open, you're an easy target, especially if there's someone with long range like Piper or Colt. And don't even get me started on players who stand in one spot, firing at nothing, thinking they're being sneaky. Spoiler alert, you're not. Use the bushes, move smart, and always keep an eye on who might be lurking around. Now let's talk about the gas, that green stuff closing in on the map. It's like some players forget it even exists. They'll hang out on the edges, thinking they're safe, and then boom, the gas is on them and they're losing health like crazy. The worst part, they panic and start running straight into the middle where everyone is already fighting. It's a mess. Look, the gas is there to make the map smaller, so don't wait until the last second to move. Plan your path, keep an eye on the safe zone, and don't get caught trying to run through the gas while everyone else is waiting to take you out. Another big mistake, ignoring power cubes. You know, those glowing boxes that make you stronger? Yeah, some players just completely ignore them. They're too busy running around or hiding, and then they wonder why they can't win a fight later. On the flip side, there are players who get way too greedy for cubes. Like they see one and think, I have to get it no matter what, even if there's a stronger player nearby. Pro tip, if a cube isn't safe to grab, leave it. No point in dying over one little box, but if you can get cubes early and stay out of danger, it'll make a huge difference in the late game. And finally, let's talk about supers. Oh man, people either don't use them at all or they use them at the worst times. Some players hold onto their super like it's their last piece of candy, waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. Others just panic and use it the second they get it, even if it doesn't help at all. The trick is to think about what your super can actually do for you. Is it better for attacking, escaping, or controlling the fight? Like, don't waste a good super on a weak opponent when you might need it for that Shelly with 10 cubes chasing you later. Be smart about it and don't be afraid to use it when you need it. So yeah, if you want to do better in solo showdown, remember this. Don't rush into fights, use the bushes, keep an eye on the gas, grab power cubes when it's safe, and use your super wisely. If you can avoid these common mistakes, you're already ahead of most players. And who doesn't love that victory screen at the end? Choosing the right brawler and strategy for a specific map is one of the most important steps to succeeding in solo showdown. Not every brawler works well on every map, so it's crucial to consider the unique features of the map before making your choice. Think about how much open space there is, how many bushes are scattered around, and whether fights are more likely to happen up close or from a distance. If a map is full of bushes, you'll want to pick a brawler that excels at ambushing opponents or staying hidden. Maps like these often require a more strategic approach, where using the environment to your advantage is key. Brawlers with attacks that can scout bushes or hit hidden enemies have a big edge here. On the flip side, if the map has a lot of open areas, choose a brawler that is strong at long-range combat and can move quickly to avoid danger. It's also important to pay attention to the flow of the map. Some maps are heavily centered around the middle, where most of the power cubes are concentrated. This means a lot of players will rush there early, making it a high-risk, high-reward area. For these maps, it's often better to play it safe by sticking to the edges of the map, collecting power cubes, and waiting for the chaos in the middle to die down before making your move. Another thing to consider is the timing of the match. Some brawlers are stronger in the early game, while others shine when the map gets smaller and the final showdown begins. If you know the map tends to result in quick fights at the start, pick a brawler that can handle early pressure and survive chaotic situations. If the map tends to play slower with lots of room to maneuver, go for a brawler that thrives in the late game when positioning becomes crucial. Solo showdown isn't about running straight into the action and hoping for the best. It's about playing smart and waiting for the right moment to strike. Watch what other players are doing, let them fight each other, and jump in when it benefits you. Third partying, joining a fight when both players are already low, is one of the best ways to get easy kills and power cubes. So be patient, pick your battles wisely, and don't waste your health fighting someone you can avoid.
You dim the lights, it's no surprise that you're